When I went into Cherry Hill, I was under the assumption that I'd be able to go straight back to the SLE I'd been staying at. In my head, this was a reset, not a reroute. Detox, stabilize, return to the program, and try again. That was the plan I was clinging to. That plan didn't last long. When one of the higher-ups at the company got word of what had happened at the motel, they shut the door on that idea immediately. I was told flat out that I would not be allowed back unless I completed a 90-day treatment program. No exceptions. No negotiations. That was the requirement. 90 days. I already felt out of step with life just being at the SLE. Everything there ran on structure and rules. And even that felt heavy some days. A 90-day program sounded hard, or like stepping even further away from real life. Like hitting pause on everything I still cared about, especially being close to my kid. At the same time, I couldn't ignore the pattern anymore. Every single time I tried to handle this on my own, the outcome got worse. The relapses were harder. The meltdowns were deeper. The withdrawals were becoming more dangerous, borderline lethal. I wasn't just spiraling emotionally anymore. My body was starting to give out too. So I had to look at it honestly. If finishing a 90-day program was the price of being allowed back to the SLE in Berkeley close to my child, then maybe that was the price I had to pay. I didn't like it. I didn't feel brave about it. But I was tired of pretending I had better options. At that point, I had two roommates at Cherry Hill. One of them had gone through a worse meth-induced episode than anything I'd experienced. He told me about climbing a tree while cops surrounded him. Convinced he was in danger, they couldn't talk him down, so they called his mom to calm him. Not long after that whole situation, she passed away. The way he told the story was flat, almost numb, like the shock had already burned out the emotional circuitry. The other guy was detoxing from meth mixed with some kind of downer. He spent most of his time pacing or lying still, staring at the ceiling like he was trying to outlast his own thoughts. In that short stretch of time, we got to know each other fast. Trauma speeds things up. The guy who had shut me down when I first arrived, the one who told me he wasn't in the mood to be friendly, ended up talking with me for hours by the end of our stay. When the walls come down, they really come down. In our spare time, we'd sit by the window and watch the outside world pass by. Turkeys would wander past like they owned the place, completely unbothered. There was a cat that came by regularly, took a dump right in front of the window, and walked off like it was proud of itself, cat socks swinging behind it. Once, two squirrels ran up a tree right in front of us and started going at it at full speed. It was so fast and absurd that we couldn't help but laugh. Those moments mattered more than I expected. They reminded me that life kept going, even while we were frozen in place. Before we went our separate ways, we exchanged contact information. When I got out, I tried reaching out to them. I never heard back. One of the guys said he was heading to a Christian rehab center. About a year later, I found myself visiting that same place. I asked around about him, gave his name and description, but nobody there had ever heard of a guy named Mark. I still think about him. I hope he's okay.